today we're going to talk about a turnaround in music. And what that really means is just a passage that leads into another section of music. That's the technical definition of it. So many times it just means that you're playing like a 1 to a 5 chord. When we think of bluegrass mandolin, that's going to be our subject for today, and what we can learn from it, how we can transpose it to different keys on the mandolin and make a learning tool out of it, and certainly apply it to songs that we play. Before we launch into that, anybody that hasn't subscribed, I would think that it's a good idea for you. Turn notifications on. I'm trying to get a video out every week. If you're interested in some Skype sessions, you'll find an email for me in the description of each video, as well as a tip jar that I have set up through PayPal. If you wanted to support the channel in that way, it would be greatly appreciated. So I'm just going to get right into this. Kind of what led me to ever thinking of making this video. We were blessed enough as a band back in the 90s with Third Time Out to have Earl Scruggs play guitar on the gospel standard Working on the Road. So our arrangement of that tune featured a lot of fingerstyle guitar. That was the way that we recorded it. Well, for playing the tune live, that really wasn't working for us, so we wanted a different arrangement. And we do it in the key of F. And so what I said, hey, let's do this. And Russell immediately said, yeah, meat and potatoes. And that's what that is. I've heard Dempsey Young use a different version of this for a tune that the Lost and Found did called Come On Down. Some of you guys may be familiar with that. The Bill Monroe turnarounds for Little Community Church, and Ricky Skaggs had a spin on those. This is something that's been used a lot. I use the same turnaround on the front of He Said If I Be Lifted Up. So there's some examples of tunes that this can be played over as a turnaround, especially those gospel songs with 3 verses, where if you were playing a full solo, the version of the song could end up being nearly 5 minutes long. So this helps to prevent that, but let's break it down. I'm playing this in F, and I'm starting from this position of my index finger on an F note at the 3rd fret, and then my middle finger is playing the 5th fret of the G string. There's that familiar shape, and then we have these pickup notes that lead up to the 3rd scale degree. And look at what happens there. It's a double stop. 2 times that I'm playing that double stop, and I'm trying to get a nice throaty, aggressive, really confident delivery. And then single notes, 7th fret G string to 3rd fret D string. And then there we see it all the time. A minor to a major 3rd slide. And in this case, it's as part of a double stop because I'm also playing the 3rd fret of the A string. And then I'm applying a tremolo to that double stop. This is a phrase you should be really comfortable playing on the mandolin. Now look at that nice bluesy lick. I'm playing that with just 2 fingers. And again, we're in the key of F. I'm going up to the 5th fret of the A string. That's the 6th scale degree of the F scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And with these 2 fingers, index and middle, I can play this lick. So it's 5 to 3, and then a slide. Here we are again on that minor 3rd note, but we're not committing to that note. It's a slide down to the G note. And then 3 more notes, which are F, G, F. That's 3rd, 5th, and back to the 3rd fret. Let me play that from the top. And then, this is what I love about learning this turnaround. We just shifted from thinking of it in terms of arpeggios. We're playing here. out of that position with your index finger covering the root note. When we move up here, we play this tag lick, if we wanted to call it that. Now we're playing that same arpeggio here. And that's with your ring finger covering the root note at the 10th fret of the G string. That's the same F note that we have here under the 3rd fret of the D string. Same note. So when we make that shift, it just helps us to know the fretboard and to increase our knowledge of where these shapes can be played. The same arpeggio could be played here, or here, or here. So what we're doing is using this turnaround as a way to study the fretboard and to make it bigger than the music that we have right in front of us. I'm going to play that intro again. So you should be able to play that intro. This is a short and sweet thing musically. Learn to play it in every chord. If I played it in B flat, here I go. B flat note under my index finger, 1st fret. There's that same shape. Just transposing it on the fretboard. There's a difference in how that feels. It's so important. If I played it up here for F, you're getting more than just the journey on the fretboard. The way those notes feel under the pick to get a nice tremolo sound is different than when I'm playing here or here. Any of the shapes, just when you land on that tremolo, playing this intro in different keys, it forces you to react to the different ways that the different neighborhoods on the fretboard feel under your fingers. I'll play it in G. Look what I did there. It's different. Instead of moving up, instead of playing the arpeggio here, or the tag part of the lick, it's way better. It has way more of a mid-range tone if I play that in 1st position. So there we go, using this turnaround intro to even explore that and differences in how this G note sounds and reacts a lot different under the pick than this one does. So this is something, I'll play it in C. Now we have options. What if I played the tag backward in this neighborhood of the fretboard for C instead of up here? That could even lead to improvisational thoughts later on. If you're navigating the fretboard to play over a series of chords, just little things like that we begin to do and process that thought, it can make that job easier later on. So hopefully the breakdown of this helps, and this particular intro that's so useful can be something you learn in every chord on the mandolin, and that's going to increase our fretboard knowledge. I hope this helps today, guys.